Did we talk about the boss bitch lip sync? Did we talk about?
We did. We talked about that last week.
Wow, I don't remember. I remember this runway, but
It was
I,
the Smirnoffs.
Girl.
So afterwards, I had to take a full hour-long nap. I drank 2 cups of water and took another half an hour nap. And then I was like, okay, I feel good. But I don't know why that hit me so hard, because I did a drunk by daylight the other day and I knew I wanted to get drunk for stream.
Yeah.
So all I ate was 1 large curly fry. That was it for the whole day. I had a shot and a half of rum with my Coke. I had a half and half twisted tea.
Yeah.
I had an entire buzz ball. And I think I had one more thing. I don't remember what it was. And I was buzzed for a good hour and a half. And then it wore right off. Those curly fries were working extra. But when we recorded last week, I had eaten a chicken sandwich. I had eaten potato wedges and one other thing. And I'm like.
And that Smirnoff.
Took me the fuck out.
Ermengerd Smirnoff. Really. It was
Literally.
insane.
Yeah, but it was tasty. But we did indeed talk about the Pospy lip sync. Did you have more that you wanted to share about it? Now that you've thought about it?
Already did share about it, so no, it's okay.
So fair.
No need to circle back when I don't know where we're circling to or from.
Put that on a t-shirt. That's very Edna mode. I never look in the past.
Distracts from the now.
Welcome in, everybody, to That Sounds Gay, a podcast where we discuss every season of Drag Race in chronological order. We are currently going through Drag Race season 15. Last week, we were struggling with seasonal allergies, sipping on Smirnoffs. We talked about the Lollapalooza, the 200th episode bowl, the interview challenge, and the comedy challenge. All of that. That's so much.
I was fighting for my life.
Yeah, me as well. My name is Jer, and our gay sound presented by Jesse this week is... That was a little Eartha Kitt. I was kind of here for it. This week we're jumping into the Rusical episode and starting out with that, since we're at the final tail end of this whole thing. And I want to know, before we start, what do you think about Wigloose in general as a concept? Because there's a lot of criticism about these pre-recorded vocals, which I don't have a problem with. I think they're great.
I don't mind them, because I also thought Moulin Rouge was really good, and that was all pre-recorded. I think, drag queens lip sync 2 things already. So as long as it's a good recording, I feel like if the queen can inject some personality and lip sync to it funny, then I love it. Because I don't know, I think of something jumping ahead, Sasha. She wouldn't have been able to produce that same voice.
No.
But her lip syncing to it, I think, was very funny.
Totally.
And I mean, a lot of them, they're hitting high notes and they're doing things with their voice that all these queens might not naturally be able to do. So I feel like it just
drag them.
Listen, sorry. Sorry if Mistress can hit those high notes, then
could you imagine?
She's like, I wish I could have done my real vocals.
Okay, but wake it up, because Lux and Lucy would have been so fun in that.
Okay, it's funny because I think both of them actually, would have been better with their own vocals.
Totally.
Also, even probably Selena.
Oh, fully.
I hate that Selena got the brute voice.
Yeah, totally.
I love drag too. I don't know what her character's voice was. It was crazy.
So I am gonna be real. I've never seen Footloose.
Me neither.
Okay, I was gonna ask if you knew any of the main references, because to me, without knowing anything, it was very Tu Wong Fu meets Hairspray, and then whatever they were pulling from Footloose, because those 2 main characters were very Chi-Chi and God, what is the other one's name? It's I'll remember it later. I'm so sorry to the gays. And then obviously the end is very Hairspray.
Very that. If I remember, I'm assuming that because they go to a town where drag is outlawed, dancing is outlawed.
Yeah.
So very like 19 Kids and Counting.
Noxema. 19 Kids and Counting.
They don't let their kids dance.
They don't?
No. They don't let them dance because I think it invites the devil or something.
Well, obviously, if you dance, the devil's going to come inside you.
If only.
Hold on, I'm going to go dance right now.
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting for him to come inside me right now. You've seen Tu Wong Fu, right?
Yes, thanks for everything, Julie.
Yeah, they go to this town. They find out that, they're really misogynistic. These drag queens change up everything and allow the women to be free from their, oppressive men control. And they make the town more glam and they accept them for being drag queens. It's great. It's a fun film.
So we're here just reheated Tu Wong Fu's nachos.
Yes, you're so right. And then like that ending when she comes out and she's in that big coat, Mistress, and she takes that off and she's got that glam thing underneath. It was very Edna to me. You know what I mean?
Please.
Was it not? When you look at it and you imagine it there, because I don't know what is being pulled from Footloose, and maybe I should have done some research as the podcast host here, but I didn't. It to me read very like that moment where she's like, okay, move over. Big Mama's coming through.
This is so like sacrilege. I really mix up Footloose and Dirty Dancing.
Oh, okay.
I'm like movies about moving your body and like doing things that are not allowed. I don't know. Like, I really don't. It's also like, I guess that's what put Kevin Bacon on the map.
I think so.
And what have you seen that has Kevin Bacon in it?
The Drag Race episode where they reference Footloose.
Because like
in the finale where he shows up and says
I feel like
to
he's like the quicksand of celebrities where I've heard him talked about my whole life.
The quicksand of celebrities.
But I've never like encountered it. I've never seen it for myself.
Got it. You know it exists. You just
I know it exists. I know it's out there. I, as a child, was made to believe that it was a much bigger deal than it was.
A big deal.
There's a lot more of it out there than I came to realize there was. I've never seen anything with Kevin Bacon in it.
I don't think I have either. Maybe I have and I just don't remember.
Or maybe I have and I didn't know it was Kevin Bacon because I don't know what Kevin Bacon looks like.
That's tea, though. Because hold on. I'm going to look at his IMDb really quick and we'll see if there's anything that looks strikingly familiar. So we have, nope, I want to just continue in the web browser. Thank you so much. American Dad, Runway, They, Them, North Star. I've never heard of any of these. Hold on, I'm gonna Tremors. Have you seen Tremors?
I have not seen Tremors.
Me either. He's in a TV show called I Love Dick, which sounds
love that. Never
great
seen
to me.
it.
Will and Grace. He's in Will and Grace.
Okay, but it's like I'm looking at all these movies. I ain't seen none of this.
No, I've never seen any one of these.
He's one of those people where he's built exclusively for straights.
Balto?
I don't think I've never seen that. Is that the one with the wolf?
I think so.
Jake would
probably know.
But yeah, I think he's made for straight people. Sorry, Kevin. I know he's listening. Kevin, please stay with us.
Don't click out yet. Friday the 13th.
Which one?
I don't know. He plays someone named Jack. Looks like the first one. He played 1980. Plays someone named Jack.
I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna look for him.
You're gonna be like, Kevin, where are you?
I'm gonna look for him dancing and being footloose while he gets chased by Jason
and getting the devil coming inside him. You know what's tragic? Unrelated to devils and all that. Well, I guess it's unrelated to
devils and cum.
A little devilish that Marsha's not here for this challenge.
The week after she goes,
they do a freaking Rusical.
Salt in the wound.
Totally. Do you think that maybe they didn't double save because there were no extra spots to put in this? And there was like literally nothing else that could have added to the Rusical? Or do you think that like they just really hated her?
Well, that's the tea anyways, is like, it's like, Marsha, you didn't miss out on that much.
Totally. I think she probably would have gone home anyway. They put Lucy in the bottom.
Try.
I don't even think Lucy did that bad.
She probably just would have been one of the classmates.
Yeah.
Oh my God, could you imagine her getting Selena's role with that deep voice? Like, it's coming out of Marsha's body, but it's like, I love drag.
I was thinking they'd be even more hateful and just stick her with the pit crew boys and be like, we don't have a part for you.
Oh my
just
God,
dance
please.
with them. You don't have any lines.
You're like, you are dancer lead. You are visual center.
This is such a frustrating episode because, in my opinion, this was easily another episode where, like, probably nobody could have gone home. I think this could have been, like, a Celebration top 2 episode.
I kind of felt that watching it. I was like, we didn't need to do a bottom 2 because this feels hateful doing a bottom 2.
Yeah. And if they had been eliminating like I wanted them to, there would have been, like, 7 eliminations extra. And I think that we wouldn't have had to have worried about this.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Did you have any thoughts about like the role picking or?
Oh yeah, so already there's tension at the beginning because Selena is frustrated that there was a double win last week because she thinks it should have been her and Mistress, and she's feeling like really frustrated in general about her trajectory in the competition, and I feel like that does not bleed into the decision making at all. It gets so overshadowed by Alexa and Lucy, who are going off about that. And Mistress gets involved and she's like, Lucy, I just don't think you're being genuine. And I cannot tell how much she was kikiing and how much she was genuinely just trying to stir the pot to get in Lucy's head because she was already mad at her for being annoying, which I get. Like, she's been annoying for weeks. But this sets Lucy off.
She snaps in that moment. She snaps. Is it because like I don't know if Lux means that like I just don't think like you're being real about like why you really want it or whatever. Yeah. Like you're like projecting a certain way for the camera, but she can't say that
because they have to be so careful about not bringing up the show.
And saying I just don't think you're being genuine is such a reality TV way to say that. Because they do that on Housewives. They're like,
do they?
Well, like, I don't know, because they can't say like you're being this way for the cameras, and they never can talk about the show. There will be moments where it's like, why are you being like this, or like you're not acting like yourself, or like Kyle Richards says that all the time. You're not acting like yourself, but she also says that to be controlling. But, anyways, but like like. Why are you acting like this, or like why you just like I don't think you're being real right now. Like so maybe she means it like that.
Maybe.
But she literally like it's the what's that song called? Twisted Nerve, the like it's like you don't think I'm being genuine? Like
what's with the Rusicals causing such fights? Because last year in Moulin Rouge, remember Bosco and Camden got into it. And it was like, you better knock this out because I'll be really upset if you don't.
And I love like a gay person with a really gorge voice getting upset. It's very Madeline Hatter coded.
Very.
Are you fucking kidding me? Where it's like, Lucy has such a gorgeous voice.
Totally.
So it's just like, you don't think I'm being fucking genuine right now? Like, they're so mad, but their voice is so, like, diva. But I'm like, I love it. I'm obsessed.
I kind of wish at one point this season we had gotten the construction worker trade voice. Because I know that Lucy does not talk like that at the construction site.
No.
Like, I know it. I know how I talk when I'm at work. I know how other queer folks who have really high voices talk when they're at work. Like, I wish that we had gotten that trade voice just one time. And that would have been the moment to bust it out. Like, go low and be like, you don't think I'm being genuine? What, bro? Like, what's up with that?
Serious?
Are you serious? Sorry, I, like, knocked this. Are you serious, bro? Like, I would have loved that. We get to the challenge. Let's talk about it really quick. Half the Rusical is out of drag. What do you think about that?
Okay. That confused me because, like, the passage of time.
Oh, I was thinking about that.
Because, like, for the students and for
Sasha.
and for Sasha. I think Sasha has a time, not even. Like, she has like 30 seconds more time. But like, there had to have been a break.
Like, at least 30 minutes.
Because like, there's this scene where drag gets outlawed. Spoilers. And
Spoiler alert.
And then the next scene, they're in drag.
Yeah. So they had to have done 2 takes of the first half out of drag, broken for lunch, and then the girls go back, maybe have half an hour to 45 minutes. I doubt they gave them more than an hour. Like, there's no way they gave them more than an hour. So then they go and they get into their drag characters, come out and do 2 takes of that, and then another break so that they can get ready for the runway.
I simply don't understand. I also have to give a particular shout out to the 2 school children, Lux and Selena, because like, whereas Sasha and Heaven Bacon, what's her name?
Lucy
LaDuca, Queen Diva, mother of all. Lucy and Sasha are doing boys who are much more characterized.
Totally.
Whereas like Lux and Selena just had to do like schoolboy drag.
Right. They had
and
nothing
like,
on.
especially like, whereas Lux was a little more flamboyant. Like, I felt especially bad for Selena. Like, the voice that character had, and like having
fuck ass wig.
That fuck ass wig, having to play like such like a straight man almost.
Totally.
Yeah, didn't love it. He looked like with that wig on, he looked like in Stop. It looks like in Halloween when she pulls his mask off for a minute and then he gets shot, but like the yesified version. Because it's also so funny because Selena's got that like inherent yassification to her where it's like you can tell even when she's trying to be like a like frumpy schoolboy that like you're like, no, that's a queen.
Totally.
But yeah, I felt very bad for Selena because I feel like they got the worst character by a country mile.
Totally.
But for all of them, having to do, even like for Lucy, where it's like, yes, it's colorful, but like you're still out of drag.
Totally.
Like, I feel like to me that would be very uncomfortable because if you're used to like performing in drag and suddenly you're like playing like a boy, like doing like musical numbers, like lip syncing, I don't like that.
Totally.
I wouldn't be here for that fantasy.
No.
Also, it was so strange to see like Lucy looking like a preschooler, like looking like Ness.
She was
like a Super Smash Bros. Like recolor, but then like also with tattoos, like bad preschooler. It was crazy.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, wait, you're supposed to be this like frumpy schoolboy, and you have full tattoos all over your body.
I was dead. I was obsessed.
It's quite interesting. Not to be frivolous at all about what you said, because I do agree. I think it would be disarmed out of drag, but it was very like, I just feel so vulnerable because like I didn't wear breasts or hips, and for my whole time that I've ever performed in drag, I've always had hips on, and I just feel very uncomfortable.
This is the first time I've ever performed without an opera length glove on, and I just feel so naked.
I think it's time to talk about the vulnerable confession of Kimura talking about how she didn't wear hips.
This is the first time I haven't worn full coverage makeup on my arms.
Can you be alive and still be a saint? I really also love, and I forgot to mention this in all the myriad of references, there's also like a low-key Wizard of Oz reference in here too, with everyone being in the grayscale at the school and outlawing drag and color. And then when they all come out and they're all in vibrant colors, it's like almost like a Wizard of Oz type of reference too, that I forgot about until I looked at my notes.
Come on, friend of Dorothy.
Yes, with tattoos. Sasha volunteered to be the husband role, which I think she was so transformative in that doofy dude. Yes. That was like really fun to see.
Yes.
Can I say my truth?
Your tea is your truth?
My tea is my truth. The winner of this challenge to me, and maybe I'm being like the most delusional stan in the universe, was Selena. Because when you watch every background shot, she's in the back doing the harmonies. she's like lip syncing to those. When they're like doing the dua-duas, she's lip syncing to those. And it's like, dua is totally present in the scenes. She's like lip syncing even when it's not her time to be in the center and capturing attention, in my opinion. I totally thought she swept the entire Rusical.
Selena, are you listening? Selena, are you there?
Selena, are you here? Oh, what did you think about Anitra's role as the mother?
Okay. It's so funny because it's like, this is the mom, but she looks the exact same age as the person whose mother she's playing. Well, because it's like she's the mother of this like 30-year-old playing a preschooler.
Yes.
And it's like she looks like a little tiny twink. Like she looked younger than usual for some reason. Like
Lucy looked older than her own mother.
It was so funny. I'm like, whose mom? Like this man's mom?
This dude right here.
She was fierce though. I mean, like her movement was really good. She's just a really good lip syncer.
She is.
And I think because she is a good dancer, she's good at identifying beats to move to, even if that is speaking.
Yeah.
Because there were just certain points where she would like turn her shoulder and like really emphasize. I was like, damn. She like knows the lip sync well, but she also is like emphasizing it well with her movement.
Yeah. We've talked about this before, this phenomenon that happens of queens drag it. No, that's not. Drag is a is that what it is? A phenomenon?
Drag is all over the
That's what
world.
it is. What? I don't know what I'm thinking
Spreading
about.
love from here to there. From a savior as I toss my hair. Sorry. Continue.
Wiggle to the top.
Woo.
She's doing really well, by the way. I think Utica might go to top 3.
She better win. I haven't seen any of it, but she better win.
There was drama this last episode.
I heard, but I couldn't understand what it was.
So one of the contestants, VJ, has been picking on the twins and like getting in their heads because she's like a pageant queen. So she knows how to get into people's heads, but they're also picking on her. Like it has been constant back and forth, like weaponizing of mental mind games. And so VJ was like criticizing them. And at the beginning of the episode, she said, so let's just say only one of you can go to the finale. Have you thought about who you want to go there if it's not going to be both of you? And they're like, we're not going to do that. And so then she just kept messing with them the whole rest of the episode. And it got to the end and it was very clearly going to be one of the twins. And one of them was like, I'm just going to leave. I'm going. I'm not going to let them embarrass me. I'm going to go. And walks out, and VJ's like, they're picking on me. They're being so mean to me. I don't even want to be in the room with them. It's a lot. Ooh. It was a lot.
Oh, my God.
Crazy. And Utica's already been just kind of taking a little spoon and just...
like stirring it?
Just little tiny bits here and there. It's been great.
That's good shit.
Last week... she said to VJ, she was like, I just think you being in the top is ludicrous. And it's in Project Runway style, so there's no music or anything. Someone took it and edited it with the untucked music.
Oh my God.
Shady trumpet, like dun dun
dun dun dun dun. Dun.
Yeah, and put that to it, and it made it so much more shady. It was incredible. Anyway, back to Wigloose. I think it was a solid Rusical. I think this easily could have been just everybody is safe this week and 2 people lip sync for a win. I think easily.
Agreed. And so who would have been the 2?
Who would have been the 2? For me?
You said Selena.
Selena and probably Anitra is who I would have done it with. I would have loved to have seen that. I think Sasha would be high. And then I guess like there's no bottoms for me this week is the thing. It comes down to the runway, which I think really played a factor in who placed where, because everyone was A's, in my opinion. So the runway is everybody say glove.
Glove.
If you
House of Glove.
If you can't glove yourself, how the hell are you going to glove somebody else? And it's a fisting ad. Let's do all of these. Let's breeze through them really quick because I have thoughts.
Okay.
Lucy is doing... Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is crazy that she chose this for gloves.
Because of the webbed glove.
I guess.
And also it's just like a bathing suit. I mean, it is stylized. Hard nips.
category
hard
is
nips.
hard nipples. I don't remember who it was that was talking about how their nipples were so hard on their breastplate that they had to cut them off. Oh, it was one of my friends. It was one of my Twitch friends got a breastplate. They got sponsored. It's not even a joke. They got sponsored by this breastplate company, and they sent them in, and the nipples were so hard they were punching through their costume, and they had to snip them off. Put like fashion tape on it. And I was like, Diva, that's crazy.
I'm gagged. Just taking like craft scissors. Like, you know, they fly off because it's like so like
like a fucking cartoon sound.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That got you. I was like, who told me this? It's one of my Twitch friends. Anitra's doing like a raver look. And I think that's super fun.
Yeah, I think like I wanted a little more for
For Gloove.
For Gloove. Everybody say Gloove.
It's definitely not reading Glove to me. It reads Rave Kid.
Yeah, it's cute. I feel like I would have loved to seen her wear this for the Lollapalooza.
Oh, bitch, yes. Could you imagine? I think she probably would have maybe beaten her lip sync if she had some lasers flying around.
Lasers. Sorry.
Do. We have Mistress in one of the more familiar silhouettes that I think has been on this runway next to Anitra. And I'm kind of surprised that she wasn't in the bottom, because I think where everybody was maybe A's in the challenge, I think maybe she was an A-. She was just like slightly less energy than the rest of them.
She was the one that struggled in rehearsal too, right?
Totally. And I think on the runway, she just looks so familiar. And it's like, what? I don't get gloves from this either.
No, the glove is like the smallest part of the outfit.
And I feel like for a category like gloves, that should be your highlight.
Yeah.
And I feel like the shoulders are. I would think this was like a dynasty runway. I would think this was an evening gown runway. I would never think gloves.
Yeah.
And then what do you think about Lux's? Because I kind of like the idea of the emo
sorry.
kid.
She's my favorite of the night.
You think it's Ova?
Yes, Ova. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's good.
I loved it. I thought it was really good.
Cool take on the idea of gloves too being cast.
Yes, no. I thought it. Yeah, yes, no. Definitely, absolutely not.
Ooh,
I thought it was
fabulous.
brilliant. I mean, like the skater aesthetic, because it's Y2K through a different channel. The custom Lux Nation t-shirt.
Yeah.
I just thought it was very clever. I really appreciate it, and I really like the styling, and she was diva for it.
She was. Selena's is crazy and it's way too much, but I kind of live for how nonsensical it is.
Yeah, Bob doing the lip sync of Selena in this outfit.
Oh my God, I forgot that she did that.
Iconic.
And Bob did it really well, right?
Yeah, because she did like I think she did run up that hill with the interlude of Selena saying the thing.
Eat my ass. Yeah. I think this looks like gloves. Like I would look at this and say that's a glove runway because they're huge.
See, and I feel like that's the fun way to do it is like the very like oversized, like ridiculous gloves.
Right. I like it. I don't think this was bottom two. I think it was easily Lucy and Mistress. And I think that based on the runway, and I think that would have tied off their story. Because like Lucy goes home next week. Why not just retain Selena one more week?
I don't like the bodysuit, but I like the gloves.
On Selena?
Yeah.
That's fair. Bodysuit.
Bodysuit.
I don't mean to say too much about Mother because I know people gag, but the makeup on Sasha is crazy. She has like an inch of black underneath her eye. And I'm assuming that's runoff from the challenge that she just didn't get time to clean it up.
Yeah, it looks like her challenge
crazy.
makeup, but it is very dark. Sometimes she has a very dark eye. I will say
raccoon.
This is probably one of my least favorite of her package.
Totally.
Because I don't know. It's the same thing as like who else? Someone like Sonique has this sometimes with her package. Where like there are pieces where it's almost nothing and it's flawless and amazing.
That lip sync outfit with Manila.
Yeah, or like her goth look, Sonique's goth look. And like Sasha has a ton of these too.
Totally.
But then I feel like any like showy, like queen who shows a lot of body, I think it's also like a preference thing, like tasting for me is like sometimes like because there is less, if the person, me, who's looking at it doesn't like what little there is, that's tricky. Totally. And I think that's the problem that Carmen Carrera had for a lot of her package.
Totally.
Is that like it wasn't a lot covering her, and what there was not well received.
Totally.
And like I like the idea of this. I just don't. Well, no, I don't like the. I like the direction of like the patchwork, and I like that it's an outfit of gloves. I just don't like the look of the. I think these are baseball gloves, right?
They are.
It's almost it's almost like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's not trying to be ooky spooky.
It's a little Leatherface.
Like it looks very like serial killer to me.
It does. Maybe that's why she left the challenge makeup on. Maybe it was meant to be like a little like serial killer baseball.
You know what? Maybe she is Leatherface, and good for her.
Maybe it's meant to be like, I'm that girl who plays softball, but I'm secretly murdering all the softballers.
Slay.
It's like Scream Queens, but with baseball instead, or softball. I think also the hair could have been bigger. I don't understand why it's so flat. It's like very unusual for her. Normally she's got really huge hair.
Yeah, the pony could have been more like angular, I think. The two ponies.
I think that's maybe why she wasn't in the top, because I think it is whimsical, but it doesn't push all the way. So we have who is the winner? Oh, it's Anitra. Anitra is the winner.
Do you agree?
I think it.
Oh wait, no, you think?
I think it could have been
Selena STTs.
I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, and maybe I'm just blind standing. But she's been needing a win for a really long time. I will say about Anitra, she's got an air and a freedom about her.
Yeah.
And something we've talked about a lot is like these girls that need to just perform and like get their frustration and anxiety out. And I feel like a lot of Anitra's anxiety has been building. And just, it's been slowly creeping up. And she just needed to really get in her element and do the damn thing. And then it was just like she was refreshed and new. So I feel like maybe that's why she got the win. But also, like, Selena's needed one. She's needed one bad. Lucy and... oh, wait, I'm going so far ahead because then Rue asked the question. I don't want to get ahead. Lucy says, just for a recaps, Lucy says by track record... that it should be Selena, which she later backtracks, and in the reunion, she says that she shouldn't have said her. She should have said someone that she didn't like.
Mistress.
I don't really like that backtracking of like, well, I didn't know how other people were going to respond.
Yeah.
Bitch, don't worry about that.
I'm sorry I pointed out that you were doing the worst. I should have just said I didn't like Mistress.
And Selena feels betrayed because Lucy had cried to her earlier that day. And I'm like, I get that. I understand.
That's rough.
It is when you're like, I was just your rock this morning and now you're backstabbing me behind my back.
She was the one backstabbing me behind my back.
Thank you for understanding.
But then also, like, in terms of emotional, like, regulation, I feel like it's very hard, like, you're not around your support system. And, you know, obviously, like, you probably don't feel safe around production or the crew always. Totally. I mean, a lot of them are lovely, I'm sure, but like that's kind of a foreign environment. So I feel like your fellow queens are probably like your closest sense of community. So the back and forth of like one moment like you're consoling each other and like confiding each other, and the next moment you're saying you should go home.
Yeah.
That would be, I don't think I would be able to handle that personally.
I'd be pissed.
Because like in the like emotional dysregulation that is Drag Race, moments like that where like you have the stability of like having like community and like emotional like confidence, whatever, and then immediately like that being flipped like on its head from like this pressure of the competition, I would go insane.
Oh, I would have too. I would have been like, that's funny because you were just crying to me today.
So your tears mean nothing, you bitch.
You fake ass bitch. Anitra says Selena because of the stats. Mistress says Sasha because she's competition, pageant. Lux gives this monologue. She says, Sasha does clean drag, but always puts a bit extra. Selena brings uniqueness in her perspective. Mistress isn't afraid to push the boundaries. Anitra brings the unexpectedness. And Lucy is more on the generic side. She did not have to ruin her career like that.
Also, the way that she apparently like ad-libbed all that, like freestyled that.
Just made it up.
She did not have that planned.
You're a star, you're a star, you're a star,
that was what was written on her
choke.
cast. She looks on the inside of her cast and she already had that written out.
Like Mulan. This will bring honor to your family.
But it streaked. It started running during the runway.
She was like, I don't remember what nice thing I wrote about Lucy. She's generic. I can't read it. I feel like there was no reason to read the dog shit out of her, but I'm glad she did because it was the moment of this season. Like, nothing will be better than that moment, in my opinion.
God, it's crazy. I mean, like, we have the buildup of the fight, but it's like most of the season, you think it's like the Mistress Lucy throwdown, and then Lux comes out of nowhere and drop kicks her.
She's like, hello,
like,
I'm
what
here.
A devastating blow.
Could you imagine, like, out of nowhere, you get sucker punched by someone who you had almost no beef with up until that morning?
And it's one thing to be told a negative thing, but to have someone just, like, off the cuff say a positive thing about everyone else in the room, it's very, good morning, yes. good morning, hi, good morning, not you.
you can choke. Then Selena's lesson says that the girls who said her name thought she was in the top each week were in the bottom. And then she says Lucy is not the future of drag. I'm like, damn.
Okay.
The future.
You are generic and you're not the future of drag.
I would literally stop doing drag. I'd be like, what the fuck? I gotta go.
It's very much the translation of sashay away.
Yes.
Goodbye, go home, nobody loves you, or whatever. What franchise was that for?
I feel like that's Brazil, isn't it? Or am I crazy? Brazil or maybe it's Germany.
Goodbye, go home,
nobody likes you. Drag Race is over. Not for me, but for you. You know what I think is wild? And I know that Anitra did great this challenge, but that nobody said Anitra's name because she has had the kind of worst track record of everyone right next to Selena. So I'm surprised that they were like, Lucy.
Well, and that's also kind of a way to say kind of still a front runner because she also got positive critiques.
Yeah.
So that's okay. That's also something. Okay. If you want to like throw like a throwaway answer without taking heat.
Yeah.
You pick someone who did good that week, but still has like plausible reason to say, because you can say Anitra up until this week has mostly been riding the momentum of her first week.
Yeah.
And
easy.
And then, like,
she did great this week, but does that erase all of her bottom placements she's had?
Exactly. So you could say something like Kunti like that.
Yeah.
And then Anitra would be like, bitch, what the fuck?
Why am I in this?
Exactly. But then, like, it's like, it kind of creates heat and tension, but it's not too much. Because it still is, like, plausible reasoning.
Because she's clearly going to win. So it's like...
Exactly. But then she wins the challenge, so then it's forgotten about. And it's like, well, you know, whatever. You won anyway.
You said I was going to go home and I won.
Yeah. So whatever.
I think it speaks a lot to the social game that Anitra is very well liked, where Lucy has been rubbing everybody raw. So they're like, I'm going to say her name because she's annoying.
Yeah. I think that's really benefited Anitra too, is she's just seemed to be so likable and chill and a good energy. And I think in that environment, having someone who seems to be very chill and like approachable in such like a chaotic space.
Totally.
I feel like that is probably so welcomed because she's very good at what she does, but she also just seems very chill and in her lane too.
You know what brain rot just came into my head? Because I know that Lux is brain rot. For All Stars 12, when they bring Lucy and Lux together, I already know that they're going to walk in and Lux is going to quote Alexis Mateo and say, and seeing Lucy again, I see that she is still annoying.
Oh my God.
Because I know that it's going to happen. And that's her Manila.
I love the All Stars trope of just casting two people who have beef.
Yes.
Zava and Jade on Titans. I was like, that is some all-stars ass casting.
We haven't talked about that today.
We have not talked about the Titans casting, but no, I saw Jade and I was like, oh, fierce. And I saw Zava and I was like, oh my God. I'm so excited for them individually, but of course they bring them back at the same time.
The Boulay said something about how someone's getting DQ'd this season. They said during their talk about it, they were like, this season there's going to be drama, cutthroat, eliminations, disqualifications. This season has everything. And I'm like, DQ?
It's because Disasterina brings a real human body.
Start that rumor now.
Yeah, Disasterina brings human remains to the set.
I'm already pinning Sigourney as being the winner. Sigourney's got it. It's going to be Sigourney or Priscilla.
I was gonna say I'm Team Priscilla. I'm Team Snorgy.
JK.
I love JK's promo look.
Bitch,
that
I'm so
prom look
excited.
was over.
Yeah.
That was very fierce to me.
I think this episode will air probably the week after, or maybe 2 weeks after that starts. So we'll be talking about that very soon in conversation. So Anitra wins, and we have Lucy and Selena in the bottom two. I really think that it should have been Mistress instead of Selena, because I think that would have tied off their story. Lucy would have gone home, and I think it would have been a better show, in my opinion, to running up that hill.
I feel like Mistress could have done some camp drama tea to that, especially in that gold dress.
Absolutely. And you know what? This was such a huge moment that they got this song, because I don't know if you remember, but this was right at the boon of Stranger Things using this song. So it was everywhere.
Boon Circle of Healing?
Boon Circle of Healing. Mm-hmm. I can't help but wonder if this was a last minute thing, because Stranger Things probably was gaining traction around the time of filming.
Yeah.
And they probably knew that the song was going to be used. So they were like, let's get that, because it was already starting to trend. So by the time that it dropped, it was like, whoa, that was so topical, which is odd for Drag Race.
Yeah. Good for Kate Bush.
Absolutely.
What's that term when... Oh, they're priming us for Kate Bush.
Yes, they were priming us for Kate Bush because she's next in the UK lineup.
That is crazy.
That is.
Kate Bush foreshadowing.
Kate Bush mentioned.
Do you ever listen to Kate Bush? Are you familiar with her work at all?
All I know is Running Up That Hill.
Damn, this album is the tea.
Is it?
Yeah, Hounds of Love.
You're much more cultural than I am. That was our gay sound a couple weeks ago.
I can't even keep track. Well, half of them are moans.
Yeah.
Most of the time because I don't remember and I moan in duress.
Bitch, not in duress.
It gets me in trouble at work.
That's fair. I do the same thing. Can I say this lip sync was horrible? This could have been a double elim. It was awful. It was genuinely terrible. Sorry, Selena, mute that part.
The woman was too stunned to speak. Lucy served face. Invisible
and that was
woman.
Invisible. She was serving mime.
She was very much that meme, actually. Yeah. She precluded it. That just the serving face, hands up kind of meme, except it's webbed fingers. It's webbed creature from the Black Lagoon fingers.
Yes. I kind of wish that Selena had removed her big gloves earlier, because I think it was way too late in the song to remove them and reveal the tiny hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. This song is something that I think is not lip syncable. And then they just proved why it's not lip syncable.
It's more... I feel like you almost have to do it like a ballad.
Yeah, you have to park and bark.
This is almost like a gown song, in my opinion.
That's why Mistress would have served it up.
She would
have been there doing her boob thing that I'm already bored with.
Come on, darling. Come on, angel.
Yeah, totally.
Bouncing the titties. That actually would have been hilarious.
It would have been everything.
Yeah, yo.
Could you imagine? She would have eaten her up.
That would have been fierce.
And Lucy would have been out of there. So Lucy wins. Selena's out. And after this episode, she goes out to some bar in the most beautiful tweed. I think that she wore during the 50-50 interview challenge. She tells Ross to eat her ass and then calls him an F word. And then she had to call him up and apologize. And they had to talk about it. Because I don't remember what Ross said that pissed her off, but she was not feeling Ross Matthews. The hilarious Ross Matthews.
I wonder what that phone call was like.
Hi, I think we should talk about how you call me a bag, and I think we should talk about how you told me to eat your ass.
This is satire. Please don't assume you're Ross Matthews. But I think it would be so hilarious to pick up the phone as Ross Matthews and it's like, okay, listen up, you fucking bitch. I heard what the fuck you had to say about me and I'll fucking kill you if I ever see you in person. It's on site.
Get your name out of my mouth.
If I ever hear my name in your mouth again, I swear to God, I'll have you blacklisted out of every production in Hollywood and New York.
That, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised at all. Oh, I feel bad. I like Selena a lot. She was very mistreated.
I love
this season.
Selena. She's having a renaissance because she's been doing a lot of content with Bob the Drag Queen.
And
she's been on a fitness journey.
Yeah.
And I think there's rumors she might be on an upcoming All Stars.
Oh.
Maybe I'm making that up.
I don't think she's on 11. I had never heard her name for 11. But
I think I'm already seeing 12 rumors.
That's crazy.
But that's also, that might be AI. That might be fake. I don't even know. I can't even keep track.
If she did like a Versus the World.
Maybe I feel like I heard she might be doing something, but maybe she's just gigged up. Maybe it's not even RuPaul related. Maybe she's just deep in giggery, but she's living her best life.
You know what? I don't know how much Spanish she speaks, but I would love to see her on like España.
Well, no, that would be so
Latino
fun
or something.
because I think that she could like let her hair down a little bit more. Because also, like, I think that if she was in a space that could handle the extraness a little bit more, and not having to be so like kind of like buttoned up and sanitized for a space, like that would be fun. I would love that for her.
And I think either Supreme or even like Lolita would celebrate her maybe a little more.
Yeah,
if she were in front of them. So we move to the teacher makeovers where Selena's mirror message is a little bit upset and they show her being really pissed off at Lucy for not saying her name, which I get. And they do this mini challenge, which is basically the superlatives challenge that we both hate. It's called Spill the Tea. And they're asked a bunch of probing questions.
So late too.
So late in
Such
the
a
game.
late game. Like, I'm like, this is only here to cause division.
And to specifically mess with Lucy. Norvina is here. Norvina. And I know I've told you this before. I always want to say her name like Dovima. Novima. And I know it's not that.
Novima Dermy.
Novima Dermy. But yeah, Norvina is here just because
because when in doubt, they can always get her. Call her. Wasn't she at Slation Royale?
Oh, she was.
Literally, they will get her for everything. I'm obsessed.
I kind of live. So these are the questions. Which queen makes them laugh the hardest? Mistress wins. Which queen thinks she's the smartest? Lucy wins. Which queen is the shadiest? And Mistress wins. Which queen is the hairiest? The fuck. Mistress wins that one. Which queen is most likely to steal their ABH products? Mistress wins. Which queen is most likely to steal your man? Sasha wins. They used that one in All Stars 6 with Kylie, didn't they?
Sorry to interject about
you're fine.
Stealing. Did you see the thing about Mistress talking about everything she stole from the set?
Yes.
That's what makes me laugh. Like, my favorite of everything is that I think the one where she said, like, she stole this sheet where it's like, everyone's like biological name.
Yes.
And then their like drag picture, like literally like the cast.
They stole it off the cart, right?
Like, that is like, and then she left it like, she left it at a restaurant. Like, she left it at like a Red Lobster or something. I'm like totally butchering this story.
No, you're right,
but
though.
It's basically like the cast list, like,
and
out of drag names, in drag names, out of drag pictures, in drag pictures. And then like stole it, left it at like the Soup Plantation or something. Like,
it's so funny. Could you imagine being the server that picks that up and they're like, I have the cast list for season 15.
Well, like literally it was all about the hands that found it. Because if it was a girly, they would have lost their minds. But if it was a homophobe, they'd be like, what is this?
Shredded it right away.
Yeah, immediately trash. Use it as a napkin.
But imagine there was some slur that was in there, some little F slur that's like, oh yes, queen.
They're like, I think I just found like confident, like this is like
sacred
literally like national treasure. Like they just found the ultimate clue.
And then the last two are, which queen is most likely to have a sugar daddy? Lux wins that one. And which queen is most likely to go home next? Which Lucy wins, and she votes for herself so that she can get the points and then win. She knew.
She felt the temperature in the room.
I hate these games. I really do.
I won't play any more games. No, I'm all gamed out.
They have to do a maxi challenge where they have to make over teachers.
Love.
And Rue mentions that a good teacher can change your life, which I agree with.
God bless the teachers. I feel like they're fighting a losing battle nowadays. But
oh, absolutely.
That's a whole nother conversation.
With all the AI. Shout out to Miss Sidal, my math teacher, who passed me with like literally 0.05 because I almost went to summer school for math class.
Aww.
And I think she passed me because I spelled my name right or something.
Yeah.
Because like I shouldn't have passed.
Yeah, teacher shout outs. What teachers do you want to highlight in your life? Her,
yeah. My 12th grade math teacher.
I always prefer my lady teachers over my guy teachers. I thankfully didn't have any guy teachers that like sucked, but I always felt more like I was like
way more comfortable.
Yeah. Who do I love? Shout out to Mrs. Repetto, my art history teacher. She was a who. I love.
Fierce name.
Sarah Repetto.
That's fierce.
So I voted for her for Teacher of the Year, so I hope she doesn't mind me saying her full name. But
I mean, I'm sure she's on a government website.
Yeah.
Her name's public.
I know. Repetto is such a fierce last name. Like Geppetto. I loved it.
Yeah.
Because I took 2 art history classes, and the first one was with a guy. And he was such a dud. And then I got her, and she was such a diva. I loved her.
I love that name.
I felt so bad because I was so exhausted on the last day of school that I was like falling asleep in her class. I was like, I'm sorry, Queen. I love you.
The amount of times where I was doing that too. I'm like, I'm awake. I promise.
And then I don't even remember her name. I also deeply loved my very first Spanish teacher. And then she, after the first semester, went to teach abroad in Peru, and I was devastated.
I would be too. When you have a good one and they leave.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name either, but my death and dying teacher was great.
Oh my gosh. We love death and dying. My sister, her death and dying teacher was so fierce that she became a mortician.
Yeah. My death and dying teacher was also my myth and legend teacher. I remember she taught me a lot of cool stuff.
The fact that they teach those 2 classes is iconic.
Right?
I teach Death and Dying and also Myth and Legend.
Isn't that so freaking cool? Her background, I think her master's was in, hold on, I remember this to a T. Medieval Icelandic history. That was what she got her, that's what she wrote her thesis on. Think for her, either her master's or her doctorate.
You know, they say after communications, that's like one of the second best things. Communication, business, medieval Icelandic history.
Yes. Lucy gets to assign all the groups, and then Rue asks Lucy how she felt about all the girls saying her name, to which she boldface lies to Rue and says, in the face of the show's producer, that she didn't give a shit. And you know RuPaul watches those monitors. You know that she's watching them, and she's probably like, okay, we'll note that for later.
I feel like it never gets you anywhere to say that you don't care.
Right.
Because even if you genuinely don't care, it's very hard to convey you don't care.
Right.
Saying I don't care sounds like you care.
Right.
And I know that sounds crazy, but like that's just how society is. We're backwards. I feel like in the scope of reality TV, to show you really don't care, you either need to make fun of it, make fun of yourself, make light of it, or you need to weaponize it for storyline.
Totally.
Like, oh, it like felt like shit, but I'm gonna like use it as fuel.
Yeah.
Or you need to like harness it into a storyline moment.
Or, yeah, I mean, Selena should still be here, right? Obviously, that's why I'm still here. Selena should have won. That's why I'm still here.
I mean, that would be kind of hilarious. Like, if RuPaul asks you how you feel, you're like, well, should I go? Do you want to bring Selena back? Should we switch? Do you still feel good about your decision, RuPaul?
And
it's never too late.
It's never too late to bring back Selena.
It's okay. If you made the wrong decision, it's all right. I support you. Are you sure?
I feel like that would make her laugh.
Right?
I feel like it could.
Or she just stares at you.
It gives you that.
And they actually do leave. And you just leave. She's like, actually, no, I would like you to leave.
Actually, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's get her. Can someone call Selena, please? Let's get this bitch out of here. So let's talk about these makeovers, because there's not a lot really to talk about. The category is drag family resemblance, and as we know, makeovers are always the most inconsistently judged across the franchises. Whatever it is they're looking for, They're not looking for the next season. Whatever they reward someone with, they're not going to reward someone else. Sasha and Veracity are first. I don't think they needed the extra padding because they look a little bit like Mrs. Incredible at Disneyland. You know, she's just got all that ass
she's
and
so
titty.
bad, yeah.
Right? Like, look how bad I am. I got these big old boobies. Like, I don't think they were necessary.
Shea Coulee, you built like a surfboard.
Throw up. I think they look good, though. Like, beyond the silhouette.
I like the like mirrored peekaboo slashes.
Ooh, yeah.
This to me felt very much like the same. It was very different aesthetically, but it felt like the same kind of flavor or like treatment as Jada Essence Hall's makeover.
Yeah.
Where it was just like very like classic gorge, like hot polished drag.
Yeah.
Whereas,
I would
like,
agree.
It was a little sexy. It was a little va-va-voom. It was a little classic, like all that.
Yeah. Michelle says that they have great chemistry, which can make up for not looking alike. And I feel like there are 100 girls who have done makeover challenges who probably heard that critique and were livid. They were like, I have great chemistry with my makeover.
I know, we're like, what does that mean?
Right.
Because, like, that is true. Like, family is more than visual. Like, family is, like, essence. But it is so pick and choose.
Right. It's, like, interesting critique to throw out there after you've literally punished girls for, like, having too much fun on the runway but not looking anything alike. Like, when they've told other girls in the past, you looked like you were having such a blast, but you looked like girls at the mall. So, but didn't they not have chemistry?
A large.
A dragonfly. Lucy and Lala are next in the safest dresses ever. I like that they're kind of mirror images of each other with the way that Lucy's has been lined, the way that her makeover's been lined. I just think it doesn't make any big swings.
It's giving like they work in DCA.
Completely. One of them is attractions and the other one is foods. And they have to have the same kind of costumes because they're in the same area.
Yeah.
But they don't work in the same spot, so people don't think like, oh, you're wearing the same costume, so you operate the roller coaster.
No,
no. I just serve the beer and the hot dogs.
They're in the aesthetic of the area.
Exactly. I see the DCA, and now I'll never unsee that. Literally, this is old Paradise Pier.
Woof.
Before it became Pixar Pier.
Non-Californians like, what are they talking about?
Non-Californians are listening. Look up Disney California Adventure Paradise Pier. You'll see what we're talking about. Ross gives another bullshit critique and says that she should have stoned the shoes and that would have made the look better.
The shoes.
And I'm like, was that really the problem?
I saw the shoes and they were not stoned.
But when Rue asked Lucy later, she was like, is there anything that you didn't get to do that you would have wanted to? And she says, well, I really wanted to stone the shoe, and I think that would have brought the whole look together. I'm like, I love that you addressed that was a stupid-ass critique.
She is so smart and so funny.
She's fast.
When her All-Stars moment comes, she's going to let them have it.
Yeah. I feel like she's what Ms. Cracker was doing a lot in season 10. Like, that sharp wit.
Yeah.
Hearing the critiques and being able to spout it back at them in like a farcical way. It just doesn't make any swings at all to me. So I think it was kind of booger boots.
The no swing booger.
Mm-hmm. The one that's stuck right at the edge of the nose but isn't coming all the way out.
Sticky booger.
A sticky booger.
Ew.
Ew. We have Mistress and Madame Fang. The mugs are muggy.
It's so muggy out here.
It is so muggy. I think what is impressive to me is when you look at the backsides of these girls, I think you can tell that's Lucy, that's Mistress, that's Sasha. I don't think you would look at Lux or Anitra's and be like, that's them.
Yeah.
But like, I think the fact that she even got the silhouette from the back, that's impressive to me.
I mean, it is so Mistress. And I think also like, it speaks to her drag of like, she is so recognizable. Like she's such like a who's that Pokemon drag queen.
Yes.
Of like, you literally can like just silhouette like.
Totally.
And it's fierce for that reason. Of like, it's a very simple look, but it's obviously her.
Yeah. And it may be super simple, but yeah, that's Mistress. And I think it's good. I think like, you know what I mean? I'm so sorry.
A devastating blow to her career. Mistress Monday's gonna have to take a couple weeks off.
I'm gonna be featured in the next video. I already know it. We have Lux and Asia Azul, who they say looks like Jenny Coolidge. And I see it, but this lady has no idea who Jennifer Coolidge is.
No, she's like, the what?
The who? The what now?
You think I'm cool?
You think I'm a cool lidge? I think what is impressive about these is that Lux made them here, but these are not impressive garments.
No.
And nor is the aesthetic her. I would never, ever look at this mermaid gown that doesn't hit the floor with the cape and say, that's Lux.
It's not her aesthetic. It's not her vibe. Because also, like, probably in taking so much time to construct the looks, her partner lacked her energy.
Totally.
She walked the runway like she was skydiving. And, like, I don't know. She didn't have that, like, supermodel, like...
No.
Fierce energy. Like, she really just kind of felt like she was left to her own devices while Lux was making dresses.
Well, and even when she was like, is there anything you need me to do to help? Lux was just like, no. Like, even if you don't need her to do anything or hem or pin or anything, like, have her walk.
Yeah, right?
And be like, let's talk about you.
Yeah, right? Like, I'll sew you, show me your walk. Even if I'm not looking, I'm actually sewing a hem.
Yeah,
like,
or
I'll
like, tell me your
it's
story.
Yeah.
Like, how do we connect with each other? What is something that we got that maybe the others don't have? Next, we have oh my God, we have Anitra and Electra. Can I complain? I like this look. I think it's fine. We literally saw Anitra do black and pink already, and Michelle ripped Marsha into thirds and then ripped those apart into more shreds that she wore something similar to what Lucy did. But then when Anitra comes out in basically the same silhouette and same color, she's like, huh? I don't, you didn't wear this before.
You need a soundboard of her in season 3 to Crystal, and she's like, you've already worn this exact same thing.
Oh my God, yes. Literally that. And they pick and choose when they want to bring that critique out. It's like, if you're going to say that to one girl, you need to say that every time.
Fair.
And like, they got on, I remember, what's her face? Vanjie, for having similar silhouettes.
Yeah, for all the time she wore red. Mm-hmm. But also like a color, I'm like, I don't know, if you wear a color multiple times, then it's your signature color.
They loved it when Raja did it.
The Purple Queen?
Yeah. But then there have been other, I don't know. It just bothers me. I think it's a good look, though. I'm not saying it's bad. You know what it reminds me a little bit of that we just saw? Do you remember La Petite Noir's, like, what was that, her ribbon dance costume?
Oh my God.
That you hated? It reminds me a little bit of that construction-wise. You blocked it out because you hated it. You really hated it.
Why would you remind me of this?
I'm so sorry. But what did you think of this?
It was
Is it the winner?
No.
Who would be your winner?
I mean, to me,
Para you.
Honestly, either Sasha or Mistress.
I would have given it to Sasha.
Sasha's is very much like I said, Jada. It's that classic, like, stamped, like, this is so, like, how do I say this? I don't mean it, like, in a derivative or generic way, but this is so, like, if I YouTubed, like, drag queen makeover, I would want to see something like this.
Yeah.
Like, she looks like she, like, is an anchor on, like, The Talk or something.
Totally.
And she got made over by a drag queen.
1,000,000,000%. Totally.
Like, she looks like a morning news host that got glammed the fuck out.
She absolutely does. I see it. The teachers then have to lip sync to Champion. Just crazy.
Humiliation ritual. I hate when they make the makeover ease perform.
Yeah.
It's hateful. Don't do it.
I like that that video challenge they had to do in, what was it, season 10? Where they made the makeover and them lip sync together in a video format in Untucked. I thought that was kind of cute.
Well, because they were like YouTubers.
Yeah. And I thought that was like cute, you know? Make a little video with your partner. Because then they have at least...
load them.
Yeah. Very that. Didn't they make them lip sync in 12 as well? Solo.
Hateful, yes.
Super hateful.
Alone. They made them lip sync.
Alone.
In pairs, allegedly. But, like, don't do it.
Don't. The winner is Anitra, which I think it could have probably been Sasha. I think it could have been Mistress. I don't know if this was Anitra's win week.
The 2 Anitra wins in a row is crazy.
It's like the end of this game. They really needed to keep establishing, like, who their main players were. And I feel like they really just let loose and reach.
They what?
Let loose.
Well, it's also very much like in video game terms, they were like buffing Anitra.
Totally
like,
buffing her stats.
For her fight with Sasha. Like,
absolutely.
Because they're like, they know Sasha's the final boss of it all. Yeah. So it's like.
When they give you all the ammo right before the final fight.
Yeah.
They're like, here's 100 grenades. Don't ask what they're for.
And they're like, who are we going to put all of our like inventory and experience into? Anitra.
Lucy and Lux then have to lip sync to For the Girls, and I think Lucy objectively had literally no shot here. I think Lux lip syncs like she's the only one on the stage.
Yeah.
And just eats up every inch, and Lucy just doesn't have that same presence. Ugh, I kicked everything that Lux does, and I just think she didn't have a shot here.
Yeah, and it's funny because apparently Lux didn't even know all the words to this, I heard. But she takes up space so confidently.
Totally.
Like, you wouldn't even expect her to not know the words because she's moving like she knows the song like the back of her hand.
Right.
So it's like surprising to even hear that.
Yeah.
By Lesbian Messiah, Hayley Kiyoko.
Oh, right.
Is she the Lemonade Mouth girl? She's a former Disney diva.
Oh,
but she's
right.
But she's also just a lesbian North Star as well, which I love.
I love lesbians.
I love lesbians.
Lucy is out and she is pressed. Her mirror message in episode 14 is, "Das fucked up. Love you hookers. Don't forget to let loose." She was mad. She was mad.
But at least she let loose at the end.
As she deserved to. So blame it on the edit is the final thing. They all kind of agree and that Lucy was the one that should have been out. And Lux even says that she played a dirty game assigning the makeovers the way she did, which is why she deserved to go home. And they cite that because Lucy didn't give Lux, the other girl in the room who had her same complexion, that was a dirty game. And I'm like, I hear what you're saying. But also, like, you would have done the same thing. You wouldn't have given her someone that looked like her. You would have absolutely played the exact same way if you won, because you don't like each other.
It's so hard because I feel like makeovers are the one time that we should always be trying to create the best pairs possible.
Especially for, like, teachers or fans of the show.
Yes.
Give them a good experience.
That's why 12 was amazing. Because the pairs were, like, literally perfection.
Yeah, I would agree. And I hear what you're saying, and I totally agree. I think that just, it's an interesting critique to be like, she played a dirty game. Well, were you not playing a dirty game when you listed that everyone on the stage had star power except for her? Were you not playing a dirty game when you fought her tooth and nail to get the role and then said, I can be a star at anything, so I guess you can have the role because I'll be good at the other one? Like, were those not dirty games? I don't know. I stand Lux and I think she's fierce. I'm just pointing out something here.
Clock Tina.
Because I think that Lucy did deserve to go home. I just feel like it's interesting to say that she was playing dirty. Interesting. Rue says that in the final stretch, they'll need to prove that they're the baddest bitch of them all by collaborating on a remix of Blame It on the Edit. They do a little tic-tac chat. Didn't really write anything from that down. I don't know if you have anything you want to say about those.
I think they become a little less consequential as years go on because I feel like they're afraid of having real conversations with RuPaul.
Thank you.
Whereas before it did feel a little more candid. The early season ones are like actual magic.
Yeah.
Because it feels like you're seeing, it's the only time in the season you see RuPaul in drag.
Oh, that's right. She was in drag
out of the panel. She'd be in full drag.
Yeah.
For the Tic Tac lunch. And it was, I think, the only other time you saw her in drag outside of either like the panel or like the crowning.
Yeah.
And so it felt very special and it felt like a very like intimate moment. But like now it's kind of just like more like Inner Saboteur talk. Like,
how did you get here?
I tune most of it out. Like I I was watching Drag Race with someone one time and we got into it a little bit because I instinctually skipped as soon as I saw the photo get pulled
baby
up.
photos.
And they're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm skipping this." Like, what? I'm like, "I'm sorry, I always skip this."
Yeah.
They're like, "Wait, really?" And I'm like, "Yes, I feel like this is like exploitative and disgusting and awful and
emotional manipulation."
Yes, and I do not humor it.
Yeah. I agree. It's fucked up.
I like the way Canada did it for Versus the World, where it's the photo they took and it's like, what did it mean to get to this moment?
How was your journey this season
like
for you?
Almost like a top model in retrospect mode of like, so this is your best photo from your shoot.
Yeah.
What did this journey mean to you?
I like that a lot too. I like the tea that they have with Kiara as well. I think that's really fun. I forget what it's, something with Franchini, but I think that's fun. I want to, if you have anything you want to say about this challenge, I'll let you have the floor now because I have some complaints.
Oh, she wants to blame it on the edit.
Yeah, I want to get on my soapbox.
I'm obsessed with the moment where Mistress is in zero gravity and then she like spreads her legs. Do you know what I'm talking about? She looks insane and I love it.
She does. Sasha looks a little crazy too.
Yeah, so I appreciate Sasha doing the alien look. A lot of them had really good verses.
Yeah.
I thought lyrically it was a very strong finale because there's usually some cringe verses. I thought they did great.
Anitra stomping on roaches, walking these ducks. Make my way on the runway. Anitra about to pump. Lux, looking just like a dream. Mug so fierce it be causing a scene. That's
also like a lot of them. Well, Anitra did a little more of a chill one. Lux did the like vocal intro.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha did a very like chill like rap, and I really liked it. It was very like, I saw a comment that said it was very like Snoop Dogg-esque, but it's that very like low key, like on the beat, but just kind of like casually rapping.
Yeah.
Which I think is also very bold because you sacrifice lyrics by letting it be slow and hold more space.
Right.
You are doing the opposite of something like what Mistress did, where she did the faster kind of like
putting a little too much in there.
Yeah. I will say Mistress was probably my least favorite verse.
I would agree.
It was a little too busy. I think her All-Stars raps were stronger.
Oh, for the rap and roast?
Yeah, the rap and roast was a lot better than this one.
Totally.
I didn't really remember this verse. And I was like, oh, yeah. She is in the bottom. I was going to say, she kind of did the worst this week.
She did. I think objectively that bottom placement was hers.
Yeah.
So here's my soapbox. One, I hate that they make them choreography before the video. Like, they don't give them any time. And they tell Lux, I think, they tell Anitra, do it like Janet. Janet would have had days to get ready for this.
Right.
Not 25 minutes. So, like, I know they did it last season. I still hate it. I think it's super disrespectful because you're not going to get the best product by making them do that.
Yeah.
It's going to be rushed, and I don't enjoy that.
Yeah, if only just to create, like, last-minute drama.
Right. I don't like this song because it is all about shirking responsibility off RuPaul and production for the problems that they create. When it says, well, you said what you said, own it. And then it says something about it. Where is it? All of these shows around the world, probably talking about all the reality shows and all the places and everywhere we go, you'll never meet another bitch as salty as these hoes. That's RuPaul's words. RuPaul is saying there's all these TV shows and these hoes are the saltiest. Well, of course they're salty because they're marginalized queer folks who go to a competition to be celebrated for their queerness and their art, only to have the same production shenanigans that happen everywhere else.
Who do you think that... I feel like this song is most strongly pointed at Jeremy.
Jeremy. Mm-hmm. Completely at Jeremy. And that it pisses me off. It makes me so mad. And like,
Your tone seems very pointed right now, RuPaul.
So sorry.
No, not you, like RuPaul.
Yeah, no, totally. And like, editing is the reason why we perceive people as frontrunners or villains or as problems or bad at drag. There's reasons why people like Jan are thought of as way too much. And maybe Jan is too much, but they highlight those parts. There's a reason why the Jan archetype exists. There's a reason why girls get overwhelmed and like take huge swaths of time off the show and like don't go into drag for like a year and a half. They just break from it because the show makes them look like idiots and they make them look bad. And so it takes all of this responsibility that the show has directly and removes it from them and goes, they're just being salty. No, are they?
Are they really though? Because that's also tricky because it kind of gives ammunition to the fan base to troll.
Oh, don't blame it on the edit.
Like in return, yeah. Like using it like maybe RuPaul herself can say it, whatever. Mm-hmm. But like you are creating like a precedent that like people can just like play that song like in an edit and like troll anyone when they talk about like their experience on the show.
And the people say that all the time in comments when I point out things. They're like, don't blame it on the edit. They said what they said. Sure, but they were also, I don't know, there were hours of things they said that got removed. So I have one tangent before I get back to my rant, because I have a question for you. I saw this TikTok video. I've been on Top Model TikTok, a lot of the girls talking about it. And there's one former winner who got put on blast because people were saying one of her other season mates said they saw her name on a list at the beginning of the season to win. And she was like, I don't think that's true. I don't think I was handpicked. I don't think I was favored in any way by production. And then she's like, if anything, they were just really nice to me. There was, I had to get my hair dyed purple for one of the challenges. Like that was my makeover. And so like, I always got to go to the salon once a week. And it was really nice because I got to just have a break from the cameras and the other girls in the house and just relax and reset. And they would buy me lunch. And it was just really nice to like get out of there. They were just really kind to me. And I was giggling so much I wasn't favored in any way. But they did take me out to get my hair done and get me coffee and snacks. And I got to spend time with my personal PA.
Makeovers.
While everybody else was left back at the house and being recorded and filmed, I got to go out and have breaks from production for several days. But I wasn't favored at all.
Like, I'm sorry, that's kind of hilarious.
It's so funny. I'm obsessed. She like believed that she was not favored in any way. And all the comments were like, girl, you just said you got to pause producing a show for hours on end to escape the cameras and got to go be a real human being for a couple hours.
You're like, no, wait a minute.
Right? So the question I have about blaming it on the edit, because girls all the time say they got a certain thing. Can you personally name a Canadian Drag Race contestant who's a villain? Like if you were to think in your head, because I feel like Canada does a really good job at making everybody come across really fair and square. I don't think they try to lean into archetypes in the same way that Mainline does. Can you think of a genuine true villain off the top of your head?
I mean, maybe Xana.
Maybe, but even then, they show
she was trying to as well.
Right, she was trying to do that. That's
the thing is, like, there's not the villain editing made because she was trying to give TV.
Right.
Compared to, like, someone like a Lucy or even what happened recently with Susie, where she got this weird, like, kind of like
bully
evil like theater kid edit towards the end where like anytime someone was doing bad it would like cut to her smiling like crazy. So like something like that where like I think because there's also the difference of like the innocent devil kind of edit versus like someone actually like trying to create sparks and create tension or like be a little extra for that moment, you know.
And even with Canada and Xana, like they show her having moments where she apologizes for things and trying to mend stuff. So like they don't cut those things out to make it seem like she's just instigating and walking away.
Yeah, because if this was the US, like Melinda would have gotten a villain edit.
Completely.
Which is so funny because like what would we have done?
With Melinda as the villain. But then conversely, can you name a US villain off the top of your head?
Oh, like a million.
I can name so many of them. I can name one every single season and go like Eureka, Vixen, Jeremy, Roxy. Like even if they're not a villain in real life. That's the edit they got.
But people who got that edit, there's so many who got that edit.
Yeah, and I think Canada and even España are really good barometers of production teams, or at least the seasons that we've talked about, are really good barometers of like the show doesn't have to lean in on certain types of edits, but the US does. So to continue grumbling about this song, to be like, don't blame the edit, when we know that the edit is 100% of fan perception on how they should judge these people.
They want to blame it
on the edit. The beat is nice. I will give that.
It is a catchy song. That's what's funny.
Just makes me mad. Our runway category is drag excellence. We have Anitra first out doing something that is so different from her normal package, but I love it. The artistry and the structure of it all is really gorgeous. And I love how it's like kind of 80s glam too.
Yeah, there is something kind of 80s about it, something kind of fantasy about it. Like she kind of looks like a queen in like a fantasy,
like a manga.
Yeah, totally. But then also like, and it's such a hilariously her way, like of course it turns into a dance costume.
Yes, of course.
Like that is hilarious to me. But yeah, also very like alien queen, fantasy queen.
Alien queen taking over.
Alien actress taking over.
Then we have Lux in what I think is very like Diana Ross at the Met Gala.
Diva.
It's so diva.
This is very gorge. I don't think I remembered how gorge it was.
It's beautiful. I wrote some shade about Robin because Lux's head is not shiny from her tape and her bald cap.
Please.
She looks so beautiful, though. I love those two little braids coming off the side.
Yes.
That's such a hot detail.
Such good styling.
You look sometimes behind me and I'm like, there's a ghost.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at their looking at the temperature in the room.
Oh, got
I'm
it.
a sweaty Betty. You're like, who is it? Who's there?
What's her name?
I'm literally looking like right past your shoulder, like there is someone behind you.
Literally almost every week you do it. And
what
I'm
was
like,
that? James?
I love the shape of this. It's got so much body. She looks immaculate.
Yeah, love the shape as well. Agreed.
Then we have Sasha in a lot of crystallization, which there's so much of it. There's something kind of 90s about it to me. Like it looks, God, who's that woman? Carmen Electra? It's very like...
Carmen Electra Fence.
Carmen Electra Fence. Yeah.
Carmen Electra Shock.
Carmen Electra Bionic Fence Shock. But yeah, I think it's you can't.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
I think she looks really pretty. She looks really pretty.
Yeah, I love the kind of like it's not it's like champagne, like sand dune. It's like a natural kind of like taupey, like very neutral color, but then like with the very like glammed out. The styling is like it's a little alien, it's a little like structural, but then the head, is it flowers for the headpiece?
I think it might be.
Because then it's like flowers for the headpiece, which is very like natural and organic, but then the dress to me is very like, yeah, like alien kind of like structural. So I like the mix of it all.
I kind of wish the middle was yanked a little bit, like give me just a little bit of that cinch right down the middle.
Yeah. Do you know what I will say? I would have loved to have seen her first look for the finale. That black and red gown.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite look she has all season.
It was such a disservice that was the beginning of the season because it gets forgotten about.
It is such a ridiculously hot look that like
so
I would have swapped that and this one, TBQH.
Probably same. And then we have Mistress last. She's the 5th cheetah girl. She brought this here from her closet. She already owned this, which I think is impressive. That it's like, I didn't need to get something made for the show. I already have my eleganza here.
Amigas, cheetahs, friends for life. No, I love it. I think, honestly, the stones creating the cheetah print is such a cool, expensive, like, couture element. I really, really like it, honestly. Because, like, yes, it's hard because dresses like this are 50% in the room experience.
Totally.
you can't see the way that it moves and even sounds and it glistens in person.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to like this, you can still see how that print is translated through the beading.
Yeah.
And like, I think that's so cool.
It's impressive.
Or it's even like that beaded look Akira wore for her first season, where it like had a gradient of beads of like, I think it was like violet to purple or something, where it's like something tangible where you can see like the true handiwork that went into it is like, even on camera, it's so cool.
I love when you can see the work into a garment in an impressive way. Sasha's called as the winner, and Lux is called safe going to the next spot. And then Anitra and Mistress have to lip sync to When Love Takes Over. When Alien Actress Takes Over?
When Alien Actress Takes Over by David Gettle. David Space Gettle featuring Rita Baga.
I think they both leaned in on their strengths well. And Rue says, for the first time this season, I'm saving both of you. I'm like, ugh. Was it for the first time this season or was this always planned, Rue?
But it's also like, picture this.
Cicely.
You just didn't do a lip sync because it's the top 4. And we always have a top 4. And last season we had a top 5.
Right.
So it's like, why don't we just call it what it is? And it was going to be a top 4 regardless. So why make them lip sync for nothing? Same when they had... I mean, granted, that time it was the top 5, so you actually thought someone was going to go. But when they had them listening to Telephone.
Randomly out of nowhere. Well, they had been teasing that this was going to be a top 3 finale, that someone was going home, and then they didn't commit to it at the end.
Very Dracula coded.
Very that. But, like, who do you think, if in some universe they were going to bring it to a 3, who do you think they wanted out? Because I get the feeling, just a thought, that they wanted it to be Lux out, but she did too good. And I wonder if they would have restructured the finale if Lux had been in the bottom.
Well, because what confuses me is obviously it seems like with the win she was getting, Anitra was really shaping up, like I was saying, to be like Sasha's main like foe in the final battle. So whoever Anitra's with in the bottom, you kind of assume that's who's to go. Yeah. So if it's Mistress, it's like, I do think it would have been Mistress or Lux, but I honestly kind of feel more Mistress than Lux, which is crazy. Yeah, because I think that Lux does have this like baby RuPaul storyline to her, whereas like Mistress is just Mistress, which is fabulous. Yeah. But I think she doesn't have anything in relation to the others like
that's fair.
The other 3 do.
And she's the villain. So, like, it's good to have a villain in the finale. Oh, no, it was just interesting they didn't eliminate anyone after saying someone's going home.
They're like, we're definitely going to eliminate someone this time, guys.
It's happening. It's real this time. Believe us. It's really happening. Maybe I'm completely off base. It just was strange that they didn't. So then there's the reunion, which it was kind of an inconsequential reunion, in my opinion. But I want to highlight, look-wise, Princess Poppy as Rebecca Glass Clock.
Not a...
Glass soaking clock.
Not a glass can cock.
And she says, I'm quitting drag. You're welcome.
Iconic.
That was iconic. I loved Selena as Chi-Chi from Tu Wong Fu, since that was basically her character in the Rusical she went sent home for. And I love that she did that. And then, honestly, Sugar and Spice doing what dreams are made of is iconic.
So fierce with the little mics.
It's a little sick in the head, but I love.
No, so sick and twisted and fierce. Yeah. Love that.
Those are my standouts.
Loved Rebecca, not a glass can cock. I really like Marsha's yellow plaid look.
Oh, bitch, yes.
And then I also love Lux's look.
Lux is hot.
Prissy Christmas RuPaul.
Yes! I love that she did that. She looks so sickening. I don't really have a lot to say about the reunion. I think they got into it a little bit with like Lux and Lucy, but I don't know. It felt like they had already kind of talked off camera, or to me it did, and then they were just sort of rehashing it again for the camera. Because it sort of felt like, I don't know, have you ever had a conversation with someone that you need to do again in front of somebody else for whatever reason. Like maybe it's like a friend group that's feuding or something and you've already patched up whatever's going on. But then when you actually get in the room, you have to be like, what was I upset about? Oh, yeah, I feel like it was really fucked up when you said that I had a hook nose. And like, it was just kind of rude.
Well, and also like Tia's, I think realistically, we kind of had the last like really like real raw reunions in 10-11.
Totally.
Because then we had the pandemic, we had a Zoom reunion, and then we had kind of a cultural shift where, you know, the fans got worse. Everything is just so different. So I don't feel like they could really come back and do reunions in the same way, you know?
We'll never have a moment where, who is it, Raja, throwing Ariel's wig on the floor? We'll never have that moment again.
Not the tumbleweave, to quote Vanjie, the way she flicked that wig. There were a couple of her wigs that made it into my suitcase.
I loved that. But yeah, I have really nothing else to say about the reunion. It was pretty inconsequential. We go to the finale. And I thought Selena was so fierce for being dressed as a cake after telling Ross to eat her ass.
Hilarious with the slice taken out.
With the slice. And then Sasha was everything. Was it My Fair Lady that she was doing?
It was Lee Bowery. No, it was. Did you
see that umbrella? It was Lee Bowery, girl.
I think that is My Fair Lady. But then like the performance of it too, with like the clapping, not clapping, but like the.
Yeah.
Like a cane.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fierce, very gorge.
Totally.
Very stunning.
Stunnalina.
How do you feel about in general, kind of just speaking to the general style, something like amethysts?
Oh, I forgot. Can you show me again? I didn't save it. I should have. I don't ever keep the wiki open. I just keep my notes. Oh, that's right. She was doing like the 90s thing.
The like 90s, 2000s. To me, it's a little Avril Lavigne. Yeah. It's a little like 90s pop star.
It's a little Britney. I think it's fun for her POV. I think she was really trying to lean in on that. That I don't think is her aesthetic anymore. But I thought it was cute. It's a nice way to finish off the season.
Yeah.
Did you have anyone that stood out to you that you really liked?
I love Princess Poppy's Mean Girls look.
That was great.
And then, okay, hilariously, it's not a finale look. It's the viewing party look.
Oh, for Lux dressed as Alaska?
Lux dressed as Alaska crying while Jinx wins.
Yes.
For her inevitable loss, because she already, by that point, knew. To me, that was hilarious.
It's brain rot at its finest.
She's such a diva. I love her so much.
I love Lux. I think she's so fierce. So, okay, for the finale, they each have to do a little lip sync moment to a pre-recorded thing like they've been doing. I like these. And I don't love the lip sync smackdowns. I think those are always a little suspicious. But I kind of wish there was a blend of both. Like, what I would enjoy is do your individual performance and then Rue ranks each one of them. 2 tops and then the other, and then maybe like the quote unquote bottoms. And then those groups lip sync against each other. So it's like there's an underdog that still has a chance to make it through. Yeah. And I would like that as the pairings. Like these are the top 2 of the week. These are the bottom 2. You both lip sync. Or even if it's just, okay, top 2, bottom 2. Bottom 2, she already had hers is. One of you will get like 50K. And then 2 of you will lip sync and one of you will get the big prize. Like I would like that. Period. I think that would be a fun way to kind of breed both of those together. Breed? I don't know why I've got breeding on my mind. Wow. Anitra's is called Lotus. I think, in my opinion, hers was the best performance because it was so free, it was powerful, it made a solid impression, and it wasn't just like, I walk that fucking duck, duck.
I know. It was a lot more of like a kind of serious, intelligent number than you were expecting. Mm-hmm. And I just liked that really clean dance break that she got at the end of it too. Yeah, it had solid. One of the best choreography breaks.
Absolutely.
Comparing it to others where like Mistress had hardly any choreo. And like Lux had very repetitive choreo.
Totally.
Where it's like she had a moment to just like stunt on them.
Totally. Well, let's talk about Lux because she's next. Hers is It's Giving Fashion. I thought it was like a little frivolous.
I also like, I don't know. It was interesting.
Was it Lux?
I wish that like it had been a different voice. Because I feel like for Lux, I would have like wanted a more like kind of like prissy like
Joella. It's giving fashion. It's giving
like,
fashion.
I would have rather heard the Joella Puss voice. No, for real. Literally though, like I hear that more. But then also like I don't know. I think they were trying to do Legs Part 2.
Totally, they were trying to give that vibe, but it to me came off Milk. Touch the fashion, change your life. Touch the fashion, change your life. Yeah, I didn't like it. I thought this was the worst performance. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. It was the second worst performance.
After
Mistress was the worst.
I feel like it felt very hollow.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the dependence was on the comedy of the number. That she was like the drag delusion nurse. Like it was cute.
Nurse Joy.
It was cute because it was the most personalized number. Mm-hmm. Whereas like Anitra's could have been anyone's. I'm sorry.
Totally.
And then like Lux's is a generic fashion queen number. Totally. And then like Sasha's was hers, but also it was like
generic beauty queen.
Yeah.
I will say that
was like storyline connected.
I think hers is the best song.
Yes, but then like the performance was so bland.
Completely.
Like she just like it was very Todrick Hall to you already know I'm gonna say Todrick to Thorgy. I'm just gonna like let you do your thing. Like I don't really have any choreo for you because they really just like had the guys in these fuck ass like black and white like half split like bodysuits looking ridiculous.
They looked like when they were turning on the TV.
Hated it.
Yeah, I did too.
And then they really just had Mistress like standing in front of them, like just doing her own thing.
Yeah.
Compared to like other numbers where there was choreo like filling the beats. Like I feel like Mistress was very under choreographed.
Very.
And like the only spectacle they built into her number was the split pickup.
Right. Which was impressive, but like that was kind of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was my like you said it was my least favorite performance, but I mean I thought the song was great. It could have been everything.
Yeah.
And if it had been a top 2 bottom 2 in my fantasy, I think Lux would have won the She Done Already Done Had Hers is probably against her. That would have been a fun lip sync to watch.
Yeah, I think honestly more so my issues with like the production of the numbers themselves because like I didn't like how they did Mistresses.
Yeah.
And then I also have beef with the production itself of Sasha's number.
Yeah.
Because I hate that they carried her in with the snake look in the dark.
Totally.
Because like by the time the light's on, they're already pulling her tail off. Mm-hmm. And it's like that's not Sasha's fault.
Right.
But it's like
the blocking was funny.
The blocking of it was crazy because it's like, I want to see the snake look, like either lean into that or like accentuate that in the early beats. Cause like they carry her in the dark as a snake, lights on, they're taking the tail off already. And then she's getting into the number. Yeah. So it's like, hated that.
Well, and I also have a slight problem with the way that the song is constructed because like Sasha to me is like fierce glam puss. This song is so camp. Like, when you listen to the beats of it, it's camp as fuck. And, like, Sasha doesn't really do camp. Like, she did her neck crack, but even then, that wasn't campy to me. It was like, that's fierce. You're referencing yourself.
Like, she's more so, I think, even in her performance of it, I think she's more reverent to the, like, kind of danceable beats of it than the, like, not performance moments, because she will perform it, but, like, I know what you mean. The kind of, like, campier, like, cheat out parts.
Yeah, the cheating
where
out.
It's like she's just like, no, I'm gonna dance it fiercely and be the queen.
Yeah. I'm a queen, I'm a queen, I'm a queen.
I'm a queen, I'm a queen, I'm a queen.
So in my opinion, feel free to disagree, I think Anitra was the top of the night, like performance wise. Maybe the song wasn't the best, but she performed it maybe the best. And I think then it was a tie between Lux and Sasha for the other spot, in my opinion.
Because I think that, like, they both had, like, things going for them and things working against them.
Absolutely.
Like, I think they both could have had, like, slightly different numbers. Like, I would have loved to see both of them with a more personal number than what
I
they
do fashion.
got.
I'm a goddess.
Yeah, like, yeah, something a little different, like, a little more to their storyline, like what Mistress got.
Totally.
And then also just, like, yeah, more to their performance style, too. Because, like, with Anitra, while this was not her vibe storyline wise, it was cool because she got a more kind of theatrical dance moment in the beginning, but then she gets the dance break at the end to just do her thing.
Yeah.
And do what she does best. Where it's like, I feel like they also need to, like, cater it to, like, let them showcase the best of their lip syncing talents.
Yeah. And I think, too, the finale is, like, a good opportunity to kind of, like, reset the last expectation the fans will have of you before you go out into the world. Like, Willow didn't really express that she didn't like anybody her season, but then her finale being I hate people, it's sort of like, it sort of resets all those expectations that people have of her, where it's like, okay, this is who I am now. Expect this from me as we go forward.
The lasting impression.
Yeah, no, totally. And I think that would have been better for her, for I think especially Lux, to kind of like reset things rather than just be like, I'm a fashion girl. Yeah.
It's giving fashion.
It's giving fashion. And I think that's what Anitra did a good job at, is like being a little more transformative, you know? Was this the thing that set off all of the Aja drama? Because doesn't she talk about duck walking or something, either in the finale or here? And there's mention that she's been getting some backlash about the duck walking.
Well, because I think, yeah, it started with her first episode and then it kind of like fizzled out. And I think it was reborn.
When she brought it back up.
It was renewed.
Yeah, because I remember her specifically talking about something about duck walking and her respect for the culture or whatever. And I think that was in direct response to Aja, if I'm not wrong.
That drama will forever be funny.
It was
because I mean, like, I like both of them, so like,
yeah,
I don't take sides, but like that whole saga was hilarious.
It was. We then see Willow as well as Cornbread come out. Willow looks beautiful, dressed as a willow. I don't know if you need to see her, but she looked beautiful.
No, that was a gorgeous look.
She looked beautiful. And then Cornbread is like a cowardly lion, which is so fun.
Yeah.
Cool look.
It was kind of giving me like Yesified Beast.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
I don't know. I thought it was fascinating.
It's cool. And they announced that Malaysia is the winner of Miss Congeniality. The girls had voted for that. I was kind of surprised that it was Malaysia. I don't know why I was expecting it to be Anitra.
Baby doll, baby doll, baby doll.
I'm a queen, I'm a queen, I'm a queen. Jinx then vamps for a bit, which was fun. And then they give Bob Mackie an award.
Which was love fun. Me some Bob Mackie.
We then get our last lip sync. And I want to remind you of something. Do you remember it was season 9 when they put Trinity and Peppermint together for Stronger? The very following All Stars, they bring in BB, who lip synced to Stronger in season 1. And it was like, oh, that's fucking cool. And then they had Asia and Cameron do Nasty in 10. And the following All Stars, they brought Latrilla, who went home to Nasty in their original All Stars.
Yeah, yes.
So when they did Knock on Wood, I'm like, we're going to either get Alexis or Stacy coming back. Because that had been kind of the trend.
My God, yeah.
I was so excited. And I thought like, oh, All Stars 8 is going to have one of them. I'm so excited. And neither one of them were.
The Stacey Lane Matthews soft launch.
I would have died.
That's what we deserved.
That's what we deserved. She probably would have been like a mid out, but I still would have loved it. Like I was fully expecting it. What do you think about Knock on Wood for the final song?
You'd expect, at least for me, I would expect something a little more like intense or like dramatic
celebratory
or something. Yeah, like I mean, like previous ones include Edge of Glory, Survivor.
Mm-hmm. We'll get Padam the following season,
which is like very like dramatic, high energy.
Mm-hmm.
But like this one, I mean, Abracadabra, which like was not good, but anyways, this was just such a random one.
Yeah.
But I will say, Sasha turned it out.
Have you ever heard of this burlesque performer named Immodesty Blaze?
I don't think so.
She's this fierce diva who was doing a runway show, and she's wearing this gorgeous, I think it's like this like lime green, I'll see if I can find it, lime green gown. And she is walking down the runway, and she's like throws her head back and like opens it up like she's like gooning, and she starts yanking on the middle part, and it's the corsetry that comes out. This was years ago. I saw Immodesty somewhere pop up on my feed on Instagram, kind of around the time that I was starting drag. And I remember seeing that and being like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I wanted to do it. Oh, I found it. I wanted to do it so bad in drag, but then never did. It's for Zayad Fashion.
Work.
I don't know if I can make it. Oh, here. Was that it right there? But yeah, I remember wanting to do it so bad. So when Sasha did it, I'm like, oh, that's fierce. And I think I remember her mentioning too that was her reference point. Is this it? I think this is it right here. It could be. Oh no, it keeps cutting away. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It was a moment.
It was a moment. And so I love that Sasha referenced that, because I love Immodesty Blaze. I think she's so sickening. I will say, I think this, and we've already talked about the song, but like, I wouldn't have used a song that had already been done unless it was like really bad. Like, could you imagine I Will Survive as the lip sync song?
I mean, yeah, as a redemption.
That's
one thing.
For the two of them.
But like, and also that's an iconic song. But a song that is not.
If there was ever a song to do, it would be that one.
It would be this one. But it's like, I just don't understand, because it's like, it's not a super well-known song.
Yeah.
And it's not a song that has like a need to be redeemed.
Yeah.
And so, and it's not my first song where I'm like, like finale drama,
right.
Like high stakes, like bop. Like, you know, it's cute. It's fun. I think it's a bop of a song. I don't dislike it at all. But just like for the finale song.
Right. Have I ever told you that I got eliminated to this song?
What?
I was doing a competition in Hamburger Mary's, Ontario, and I got eliminated to the song. It was one of your birthdays. We had gone to the park. We had gone to Disney for your birthday. And I had told the host, hey, I'm going to be with my family. Is that okay that I'm late? And I did like a Miss Pac-Man thing that night.
Yeah.
There was a whole drama. The host told me it was fine. She was like, yeah, no worries. I'll put you at the end of the lineup. It'll be great. Go have fun with your family. The night before the pageant competition, they're like, hey, so we're going to have a meeting an hour before the show. You guys need to be there. You'll get points docked off. And so I messaged and I'm like, hey, Diva, we had talked about this. Do I still need to be at this meeting, or do I need to be there sooner? She goes, no, I already told you. You're fine. Like, go be with your family. I get there and the judges are like, and you weren't at the meeting, so that was kind of a problem. And I'm like, she told me it was okay. She told me like 3 times. Anyway, they put me in the bottom and I beat the shit out of Rainy Day's head. You remember Rainy, right?
Of course.
Accidentally, because I'm in this like full morph suit that had this much vision on it, literally like a pea-sized vision. And so I'm like, during that part where it's like, I'm like pounding my fist down. And Rainy, for whatever reason, got in front of me.
And so you bopped her on the head?
I bopped her on the head. And I'm like, I didn't know what I was hitting. Because, like, I couldn't really, I felt that my hand was coming in contact with something. But I wasn't going to just stop. She, like, literally got right in front of me and got on her knees to start her performance. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And so afterwards, I was like, hey, Diva, I'm sorry that I hit you on the head. And she was like, it's fine. And then walked away. And I know I knocked on that wood.
Baby, I knocked on that wood.
I totally knocked on that wood.
I'm sorry, that was so funny.
Sasha wins the whole thing. Thoughts?
I mean, kind of expected.
Totally expected.
I do think Sasha and Anitra made sense as the top 2. I think that Anitra was like a good run for her money. I think also like if you're Anitra, you should feel very good about yourself because
Absolutely.
like going that far and like going toe to toe against the most like hyped up legend of drag, like of the modern era, like twice.
Yeah.
I think that's very impressive. And so she should be very proud of herself because like obviously Sasha was kind of like the most like talked up person the whole season.
Totally.
So to be the person going against that person is like such a crazy role. It's kind of like it's almost like a David and Goliath, but like
Totally.
Anitra never felt like she was getting stomped by her. Like she's always held her own against Sasha and been like such a force in such a different way too.
Absolutely.
Because they are such different performers.
Yeah.
And they do such different drag. But they're both just very good at what they do.
Right.
So it was cool for them to be top two after performing like that iconic performance together earlier as well.
Yeah. And having a redemptive moment at the end. I think the comment that was made at the beginning of this season that I told you from my YouTube channel, that someone said they felt like they were course correcting far too much from the mistakes of last season. I think I see it, especially as we're getting in these last couple episodes we've talked about, is like, it really feels like a lot of green queens against one super hard hitter. That it's like, maybe the season was a little imbalanced, that the expectation is, oh, Sasha's winning. Like, who else has a shot, realistically? Is the way that it kind of comes off. Because, like, I think in some universe where the audience wasn't the most dusty, dry people in the whole world, and Irene made it to the finale, like, I think that would have been...
dusty, dry, unseasoned humans.
Unseasoned chicken. I think it would have been genuinely like, oh, Irene could win that, depending on how it goes. Like, it would feel like a genuine thing. Not that Anitra and Lux didn't feel like they could, but it was like Sasha was just so much... more like ready to take the crown than they were, in my opinion.
Well, because also like it's such a funny position because it's like if Sasha loses, that also looks weird.
It looks terrible.
So it's like she almost has to win by being there.
Yeah. Where like if she had someone that had been knocking it out all season, like Anitra's track record was so up and down all season. She got buffed up at the end, but like she didn't have a great run.
If she had gone against like Shea Coulee in season 9, you know,
totally,
it's like, okay, you won a ton of challenges, you like really killed it,
right?
It definitely could go this way, but it's just like she was mother all season, so they can't just suddenly be like, and the winner is
Anitra.
Even if like Anitra like did amazing all final episode,
right?
Like. Should have had to have like a Sasha Velour moment for real, like something
totally
so ridiculously inspired.
And the red band that came out of her heart wasn't enough, I don't think.
Yeah.
Any final controversial opinions about this season before we finish?
I feel like I might have said. Well, we mentioned Rusical could have been a top 2 lip sync for the win, and then. I would have given the win to either Sasha or Mistress for the makeover.
Super fair. I would have probably agreed with you on that. I think my only controversial opinion that's like the biggest that I would highlight is when I said very early, that entire audience was dusty and dry week 1, and I don't think Irene deserved to go home.
Dusty, dry, no drag knowledge, minds, eyes, mouth, ears, souls.
No humor. And especially knowing Amethyst's journey, I then wonder, like, was it worth keeping Amethyst when I think Irene genuinely would have knocked out every single challenge and been high every week? Like, she would have had an almost, like, Bimini run, in my opinion.
Damn. I think they also just weren't ready for Amethyst to smack that Ariana Grande lip sync.
Totally.
But they were unprepared for the stanhood of it all.
Totally. And RuPaul standing her. Princess Poppy later quits drag. She shows up as a gremlin for their Grammy Awards later. Not Grammys. What was it? Emmy. I'm so sorry. She shows up as a
Grammy
gremlin.
Award winner RuPaul.
Said no one. I love that gremlin look, but I remember I mentioned early that she was already tweeting like during press week, I don't think this is right for me. I think I want to stop. So I think her trajectory finishing this is so sickening.
Honestly, yeah. She's such a hilarious enigma.
There's so many unknown second outs, and she just lives rent-free in my brain. And I cannot tell you half the second outs.
Even though she's not trying to, she's just here.
Just there.
Well, she's not even here sometimes. She can't be found.
Where is she?
She's missing.
Where's she at? So next, we were gonna do Belgique, but we're gonna take a little spoopy detour because by the time that the following episode arrives, it will be right at Halloween. So we're going to take one little detour and cover season 1 of Dragula.
Ooh la la.
La 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 la.
And hey, you don't even need a WoW Presence Plus subscription to watch this one. Is this one's still on YouTube?
This one's still on YouTube, I think.
Because I think like you can watch them on the streaming services from which they are
Shudder
currently airing on, but I'm pretty sure this first season in its entirety is still on YouTube.
I'm almost positive.
Still be. And honestly, it's lore. It's
sacred
ancient
text.
History.
Yeah.
You should know.
I would agree. And this show, I think Dragula has made such a huge impact on regular Drag Race that I'm excited to talk about it. We'll probably do a slightly different format than what we've been doing. Just like, because there's, I think, a lot more personality that's loaded into Dragula, where it's like the looks are really more about who these contestants are, not necessarily trying to just fit a prompt that Rue and the judges will like. So I'm excited to have a kind of different perspective on doing these for 1 week.
A little different peek into a different universe.
Yeah.
But it is funny because, like, I don't know. I feel like Dragula has been a call for Drag Race to step it up in terms of
Totally
casting diversity, but also just like pushing the envelope a little bit more. Because if there's another drag competition show whose entire presence exists to push the envelope, then it's like, okay, we need to
do a little more here.
Yeah.
Totally. I'm excited. And you know what I'm really excited for? Loris. But not today. I'm so excited for that bitch. All right, we will chat with you at a new time slot next week because it'll actually be dropping on Halloween Day.
Oh my god.
Which is on a Friday, I think, this year. I could be wrong. We're filming this back in 2002 is where we're at,
I think so.
Yeah.
It's we haven't seen the sun in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We just, as soon as we finish this episode, we actually start the next one immediately.
Right.
And then we just take breaks to sleep for 3 to 4 hours.
Right. And the ghost behind me just prods me with a knife and says, do it again.
Cattle prod.
Cattle prods me. Thank you all so much for tuning in and listening to all of our thoughts on season 15. Remember, you're doing a great job. You're doing the best you can. And that is all that you can do. Goodbye.
Bye.